Russian President Vladimir Putin's war in Ukraine has been ongoing for over 3 years. From the very start, a key part of his strategy was to overwhelm Ukraine by sending in a massive number of tanks. But that plan hasn't worked as effectively as he hoped. Ukraine has developed effective countermeasures, particularly through its growing use of drones. Meanwhile, NATO allies, especially Germany, have been closely monitoring Putin's tactics. In response, Germany is preparing a bold move to fight fire with fire. If Russia ever tries to deploy its tanks in Europe, Germany wants to be ready to steamroll them. Germany is planning to build 3,500 tanks and armored vehicles. According to Bloomberg, Germany is set to buy about 1,000 main battle tanks and up to 2,500 armored fighting vehicles. This move is part of Germany's cooperation with NATO to prepare for a potential Russian invasion of a NATO member, possibly one of the Baltic states, in the near future. Germany's Chief of Defense, Carsten Brewer, warned in June that NATO faces a severe threat from Russia, the most serious he has seen in 4 decades of service. Analysts predict that Russia could attack a NATO country by 2029, and Brewer emphasized the urgency, saying, "We must be able to fight tonight." Sources say this purchase would cost $29 billion and fulfill NATO's request for Germany to provide 7 new combat brigades over the next 10 years. These units will likely be stationed in key border areas to deter Russia. The 3,500 tanks and armored vehicles will be essential to equipping these brigades. Germany's planned tank purchase will include around 1,000 Leopard 2 tanks, specifically the modern A7 Plus variant. The Leopard 2 A7 Plus, built by Krauss-Maffei-Wegmann, KMW, is a highly advanced tank featuring digital systems, enhanced cooling, and robust armor. Weighing over 148,000 pounds and measuring nearly 36 feet in length, it can travel up to 45 miles per hour over tough terrain. Its weapons include a 120mm smoothbore gun, capable of firing both NATO standard and programmable explosive rounds, as well as secondary machine guns and grenade launchers. For defense, it has smoke launchers, modular armor to guard against mines and RPGs, and can be fitted with attachments like mine plows or dozer blades. In addition to the Leopard tanks, Germany plans to purchase 2,500 GTK Boxer armored vehicles. These 8x8 wheeled vehicles come in various configurations, such as armored personnel carriers, APCs, and infantry fighting vehicles, IFVs. While not as heavily armed as the Leopard, the Boxer is extremely versatile, mobile, and well-protected, capable of speeds up to 65 miles per hour and ranges of 621 miles. It can carry up to 11 troops and adapt to different missions with interchangeable weapon modules. While Germany hasn't officially confirmed this purchase, financial markets are reacting. Shares in German defense company Rheinmetall rose 3.7% following the news, suggesting that investors expect the plan to go ahead. Additionally, Germany has already approved the purchase of up to 1,000 Finnish-made Patria armored vehicles to replace its aging Fuchs fleet. These smaller 6x6 vehicles are expected to start arriving in 2025, bringing Germany's total upcoming vehicle acquisitions to around 4,500. This dramatic shift in military investment is directly linked to Putin's 2022 invasion of Ukraine, which jolted Germany into rethinking its defense strategy. In June, Germany pledged to increase its defense spending to 3.5% of GDP by 2029 and invest $761 billion into its military by 2030, making it the 4th largest military spender globally, after the US, China, and Russia. For decades, Germany underfunded its military. Since the end of the Cold War, its defense budget has steadily declined. It spent just 1.1% of GDP on defense in 2005. Even after the war in Ukraine began, Germany's spending only reached 1.4% in 2022 and 1.5% in 2023. This was below NATO's 2% guideline, which was only recently raised to 5%. Years of underinvestment left Germany with severe equipment shortages. A leaked 2018 report revealed that a key German tank brigade had just 9 operational Leopard 2s out of the 44 it had promised NATO. Germany's military was even struggling to maintain its existing vehicles due to budget shortfalls and lack of skilled personnel. By 2021, Germany had just 340 tanks, 8% of what it had in 1992. Its stockpiles of howitzers and fighter jets also saw massive reductions. While Putin relied on outdated Soviet-era tanks, Germany was in a similarly poor position. If forced into conflict, it would have had to rely on a small, aging fleet. Germany's current military revival is a direct response to this vulnerability. If Putin had succeeded in swiftly capturing Ukraine, he might have turned his attention to other nearby countries, believing NATO couldn't respond, especially with Germany, Europe's economic powerhouse, underprepared. Now that is changing. Germany is waking up and investing in tanks, armor, and troops. The country is fulfilling NATO commitments, including a recent request for 7 more brigades, bringing Germany's total planned contribution to 17 brigades, or roughly 85,000 troops. Germany's decision to invest in tanks is also a response to Russia's strategy. Tanks have proven essential in the Ukraine war. Both Russia and Ukraine have used them extensively for offense and defense. While some experts once viewed tanks as outdated, the Ukraine war has shown that they remain a core element of modern land warfare. Reports suggest that Russia plans to build another 1,000 tanks by 2028 and up to 3,000 by 2035. Whether Russia can achieve this under current sanctions is uncertain, but the intention is clear. Putin plans to continue using tanks heavily in future conflicts. Germany's tank buildup is likely a direct response to these plans. If Russia brings thousands of tanks to future wars, Germany wants to be ready with thousands of its own. While Russia struggles with aging tanks and sanctions, Germany is preparing to deploy modern, powerful vehicles. This arms buildup sends a clear message. The era of German military hesitation is over.